This is Face the Music, an Electric Light Orchestra song-by-song podcast. Episode 162, Second Time Around.
I will light your way tonight. Show you all.
What's that song all about?
Second Time Around is the 11th track on the June 11th, 2001 expanded, remastered special edition of the band's 1979 album Discovery. In the liner notes for the special edition, Jeff Lynne wrote,
Here's a little demo of a song that I never got to finish for the Discovery album.
There he goes again. Look up. He went by twice.
I'm Eric Paul Johnson.
And I'm Eric Winsenson.
And thankfully for me and Eric over there, as far as I can tell, unless things change with all this 50th anniversary celebrationing stuff that was supposed to happen this year, but I'm still waiting to see something as we record this in the middle of May. Not realizing that this won't post until the beginning of August. This is the last of the demo songs that are under 1 minute, where we have to try and find something to say about a song that there really isn't a lot to it, but fulfilling the mission statement of the podcast, every single song that's officially been released by ELO. And this one was officially released by ELO. It's short. Although I have been impressed with our skills to... Actually, sometimes we found more to say about these short demos than some full-length songs.
That is true.
As for this one, I like it. It's a nice little demo here. Got the nice little keyboard. Jeff's harmonies, which are always pleasing to listen to. And the selling point here is when Jeff sings... I mean, it sounds... Yeah, this is kind of a half-hearted demo take. We're just getting an idea of what I'm going to do here. But even still, when he sings that, I still swoon. And just to think about how it would have been in the finished version when Jeff is giving his all into it, instead of just, let me get this idea down and then go, that would have been, I think, Roy Orbison-y amazeballs to have heard.
True. From what I can tell from the demo, it's a nice, pretty song. And I would like to have heard a full version of it at some point. And unfortunately, I don't think we ever will unless he goes back and does what he did with all those songs that he did on, what was it, Aftermath? Or Flashback?
Afterglow was the first box set.
Okay.
Flashback was the second box set where he touched up these old half-finished songs that were half-finished, and he put on the other half and made them finished.
Okay, so that would be on Flashback then.
Yeah.
But I think he had more to work with the songs that he put on Flashback than he does with just this.
Yeah, because, I mean, they had orchestras attached, and in 2000, Jeff didn't want anything to do with orchestras, so I'm thinking that kind of stuff was already laid down. He just filled in some of the rest that needed to be touched up.
True. So, yeah, that's about what I think here is. It's a pretty song. Wish we had heard more of it, but, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, it was written, I guess, during the Discovery era, and just from this, it could have been so much more and so really good, considering that it would have been from Discovery, which was a damn good album. But it was also in the Xanadu time period, which I can kind of see how this would fit on Xanadu. The first line is, I will light your way tonight. Well, there you go. There's Olivia Newton-John being Muse Kira. Kind of fits in with the song Magic.
You should know me. I've always been in your mind. I'll be guiding you.
Magic. That's the Xanadu song for Kira and Sonny. This one could have been attached for Kira and Gene Kelly. whose character's name I can't remember right now. And Come With Me, I'll Show You All. There you go. There's Kira again. I'll Love You a Second Time Around. See, that's when Gene Kelly gets his second time around to be the big deal guy that he used to be and was. And that's how you make it fit into Xanadu.
Well, I just figured out how the Finnish version would sound on this.
Yeah?
Toisen Karan.
What?
That's the Finnish version of Second Time Around.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if we have any Finnish listeners, and I probably just completely butchered it, but at least it didn't have 3 A's in a row with umlauts on it, like
Right.
most Finnish words.
Well, clearly we've run out of things to say about this song, so why don't we go into the Shalimar song with the same title?
Yeah, we could.
I know you come a long way, baby, but you don't need that heart of stone, no. And though others try to satisfy you, baby, with me true love can still be found. Love can still be found. The second time around, and I make it better than the first time.
But I really like that one.
Actually, I like that one too.
You like a disco song?
I wouldn't call it disco. I mean, it does have the pew pew, but it's kind of early 80s pop, funk, soul, and all of those kind of things. They are going to have hints of disco in them before or after the big disco thing hit. But actually, I do like it. And with this kind of music, it's usually kind of hit or miss for me. I'm pretty white, so...
This is more soul music, and it really has a great bass line to it that drives the song the whole way through. The pew-pews and a couple little keyboard runs that are similar to the bass are about all the keyboardist is doing on this.
Yeah,
So,
pretty much.
yeah, basically it's the bass and the vocalist carrying the whole thing, and it is great. It's a lot better than the one Shalimar song most people would remember, which was Dancing in the Sheets,
You and me, we should be dancing in the sheets. Dancing in the sheets.
which was from the Footloose soundtrack.
For some reason, Dead Giveaway is always the one that pops into my head with Shalimar.
Just a dead giveaway. Yeah. You think I learned to handle this by now? Just a dead giveaway.
And I know they've done other songs that I have liked, and right now my head is blank with all the other ones.
Yeah, the one I always think of is Dancing in the Sheets. That was later in the 80s, so that was 100% straightforward 80s pop.
Yeah, I'm not so crazy about 80s pop after 1983. Just kind of got to 1983 and it was good, and then it's like it instantly hit 1984 and it's like, I don't like this anymore.
Got something to say about Second Time Around, home demo? Then call the telephone line voicemail.
623-850-3375. Call now.
Throw some cash our way at patreon.com/ELOpod. For $1 an episode, you can hear episodes a week before they post to the world. At the $2 per episode level, you get expanded episodes heard only on Patreon, reviews from Don Fields, the Eric's Cover ELO cover songs, or skip all that and just hand it over directly through PayPal using the email address eloftmpodcast@gmail.com.
Well, hey, this is Dr. Troy. Well, the second time around, not much to say about this because there's not much there. Barely a minute of a snippet of a demo, but what I heard I really like, and I wish Jeff had finished the song. I don't think it would have made a good addition for Discovery, because I think Discovery is perfect just as it is. But I do think it would have made a great B-side and or would have been a great song to include in its finished form on either the Afterglow or Flashback box sets. But again, there's just not much to really give a full evaluation on, but I do like what I heard, and just like with Believe Me Now on Out of the Blue, I wanted more, because I think just like with that song, you have the beginning of what could have been an ELO classic. Well, talk to you next week.
Great moments in Electric Light Orchestra history.
When I record, I always put the rhythm track on first. In the old days of the 15 year ago ELO, I used to put like sometimes 8 backing tracks down with just drums, bass, guitar and piano, and have no words, then get the orchestra in and get them playing all the bits all over the songs, and then have to do the words, and I'd leave them to the very last minute because I just couldn't be bothered with them because I was still thinking of instrumental parts, and I had lots of tunes going in my mind of what the main tune was, but I would never put it on tape because I always thought if I did that, that's all I'd ever hear again, and so I didn't put any tune on until the very last minute just before I mixed it. Once I'd got the words, I'd sing them, get it as good as I could, and then mix it.
Like it, hate it, what does Madeline think?
And I don't like the song, it was kinda creepy.
Hey, she hated it.
Face the Music, an Electric Light Orchestra song-by-song podcast, is a production of Radio Trolla Entertainment, Assorted Deli Meats Amalgamated. You can contact us by voicemail at 623-850-3375 or email us at eloftmpodcast@gmail.com. Keep up to date on the show by joining our Facebook group and spread the word by sharing the link or giving us a quick rating on iTunes. You can financially support the podcast at patreon.com/ELOpod. Next week, episode 163, Little Town Flirt.